I just want to start it on this frame. This is where the volcano is simmering. The lava has started to move around. That's TJ at the at the GNA event, the GNA Fusion event, GNA Wellness event. I don't know the name. GNA is going through a transformation. They had a they had a family. GNA had a fashion show, and now they're having a fusion event, and there's a lot of people there. Like people are there to work out, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, Gizelle and Ashley plan this event, and the girls attend. They have a workout, which is awesome. And then they have like this moment where there's like empowerment and that sort of thing. And everybody is there to support, minus Karen. And it's obvious because it's close to the court date. So we're either shooting this on the day of or a few days before. Yeah. And there's a moment where Gizelle hands Ashley the mic to sing her song. And this was the shot that they gave us. And they said, "What is happening?" And that's when I was like, yeah, y'all suck. Y'all some assholes. If you get the mic and your friends are doing this, look at Mia's face. Like, Mia's face. And Stacy's face. Yeah. They're shading her. But she has a good time. She runs through the audience. She's running through the audience and she's dancing. There's like a twerk session. Like this, she's living her best life. There's nothing that you can do to bring her down in this moment. That's why I love Ashley. She does not mind putting herself out there at risk of embarrassment. She is going to get her just due. So the ladies have this moment. They all come together at the end. And, you know, Mia is taking full advantage of Karen's absence. She's throwing jabs and she's saying little slick stuff. And, you know, people don't really want to participate. Not everyone. There's a few moments where people are smiling, kind of laughing at things she's saying, but they're not really trying to have this moment on the day that Karen is possibly going to the court. I mean, like how how cutthroat can you be, heifer? Shoot, like have some grace, show some grace. So the ladies, this is more so Giselle's idea is she says that she wants to tap into her inner first lady and leads the girls in prayer. And while I enjoyed this and I thought that this was very sweet, I was wondering, where was your first lady when Stacy told you that her and her boyfriend wanted to wait until marriage? Where was she? That's all I'm saying. The girls sit down, have a moment, and apparently Mia thinks it's a great time for her to share what happened with her and Gordon. And she is upset. She's visibly upset. And it's not okay. To the point where she stops everybody. Like everybody's like, what? She claims that his behavior stems from mental health struggles, that he goes through a mania. But she's talking about his medical condition, right? But also tells the girls that he revealed her medical condition rather. Her and Ink got pregnant, and when they broke up, she terminated the pregnancy, and this was a secret between her and Gordon, and so Ink never knew. At least that's what we're supposed to believe, right? And so it's like, how are you going to sit here and I mean, it's the same thing. It is the same thing. If you're exposing my health details by also exposing his details, it's like, what? Let's start to look at the morality of the decisions that we're making, because you are using your personal life as ammunition. You are. You are using your husband's life as not life, but his current mental state as ammunition, and he's doing the same. Like, you guys are not creating a healthy environment for your children. And I can see why Inc would want to say, let me take a pause, because it could be potentially damaging. And it does not need to be a pause just for the moment, like for the evening. It needs to be a change in the status quo, because obviously you guys don't get along. And my whole thing is like, how y'all not scared? You're not scared to go to sleep around this man? Like, what does he have to lose? Like, he's lost a lot. I would be afraid that he would strap some dynamite to his chest. Like, yeah, so the girls are really feeling for Mia. And, she, when she mentions that Ink said he's going to take some time off, like, it's, whoa, like, it's affecting the family. They're the family unit, or whatever you want to call this right now. And they're like, oh, he'll come back. Like, they're offering encouragement. Like, they're really feeling for her. And we'll come back to this moment. We'll come back to it. So, cocktail. Rooftop cocktails. Yeah. Oh, no. Before we get to that, I wanted to share something else. So, I believe that we go straight to Karen's court appearance, and it's very short, so I didn't really take any screenshots, but this is what I did take. But let me set it up first. So when we get to the house of the day of, like, this very, handsome attorney's there, and he's like, when we get there, you stay close to me and this, that. And he says it a couple times, and I'm thinking, like, what's happening at the Potomac courthouse where you got to stay next to him? Like, did y'all anticipate like a whole bunch of media being there? Like, what did we anticipate? So I looked it up, and we'll talk about the court case itself and what happened that day in a second. But I looked it up, and I did find footage of her leaving the courthouse. Here she comes. And the girls actually talk about this. They were like, we liked your outfit. And she was like, it was giving innocence. And I was like, it is giving Sister Mary Clarence. That is what that's giving. I was in Sister Act too. I was in Sister Act to play. As a child, yeah, it was a cute outfit, but she goes to court and they issue a continuance, which basically means that it's postponed, and it is postponed 4 months in advance. Karen doesn't like that, but that's just the way things go. And so we are dropped into a rooftop hang, and that's where I realized I have not done any rooftop hangs in a minute. It's been a minute. So this was looking fun. The weather looks nice. It looks a little dreary, but like the way everyone's legs are out, I'm like, is it warm there? Is it warm? Like, do you guys ever think about that? Like, if the weather is good, can you imagine if it was cold and they had to, I'd be so bundled up and I would not have my legs out. But that Mia's got her whole hip out and her legs, so it must be warm. At any rate, Kiarna and Mia kind of have a moment where they're working through that whole drug dealer comment or whatever. You can't take Mia seriously. She really is a fool. She is. If she was like an Andrew, okay, I look at it like this. Like, if she was like a white guy, we would be like comparing her to like an Andrew Schultz or someone like that. Like, she's a comedic individual. She's funny. She says things to disarm you. She's quick-witted. And if you haven't noticed, she smiles after insults. She will smile after you insult her, and she will smile after like she insults you. Like she does do that. Like I've noticed that. It's probably a nervous thing, but it's just like I don't think that she is to be taken seriously. I don't think she takes herself that seriously. Like even when she said those things about, that Gordon said to her, like she still managed to smile. So I don't know if people really are that bothered by her. I've seen people say, "Oh, she's so unclassy." And it's like, I mean, these shows aren't really that classy. We're not learning anything, any etiquette. Like this isn't like finishing school. This is not. But did you guys ever think that you would see a world where Wendy would walk in a room and she would be hugging Mia first and Gizelle? Because let me show you. This is Gizelle. Second? Did you ever think that there would be a world where this would happen? It's a bizarre world, and it just goes to show you that people choose to have beef with each other. They are happy to see each other. They're happy, and it's bizarre. So yeah, just to round out this scene, again, Mia is taking advantage that Karen's not there. Stacy even mentioned something about Karen not drinking when she's around her. Mia doubts that. Karen has not. How do I say this? Karen has stated that she has no drinking problems, and I think the narrative that she has a drinking problem keep being thrown up is irresponsible. Stacy has a funny joke. It's funny in the moment because Mia's like, "Well, if she's not drinking, then I'm celibate." So then Stacy's like, "Well, she must be drinking because you ain't celibate, Okay, that's how a joke works. We wrote a joke together, but how is that going to bite you in the butt later on? I think it's going to have a problem. But I think that, it's interesting because Giselle's usually the person that's steering people towards drama. But she's taken an observational role in these group conversations. And she seems very unimpressed with Mia and her little slick tongue. And I think that she is drawing a line just in case. Like, I don't agree with the things you're doing. And I think that's what leads to something that happens later on. Moving right along to Miss Thing's birthday. So it's Ashley's birthday. And who knew that Ashley and Wendy's birthdays were so close? I don't recall that being the situation before. But I think that the fact that Wendy is having her birthday on Ashley's actual birthday when they've already had a birthday celebration, there's something wrong there. I think it's on purpose. But nonetheless, this birthday celebration with the family is sweet. I love seeing her and her mother and everyone get together. I truly believe that her brother shows the kind of big brother relationship that people aspire to. It's clear that they have some dysfunction in the family. We've seen it over the years, but they all seem to get along with each other. They all seem to be very loving and very mild when it comes to handling each other. And that right there is what a mother could want. Absolutely. If nothing else, like we show each other grace and we all are, we all come together and create community for these children. I love it. I love to see it. And there's a moment where Big Brother embraces his sister because she talks about the finality of her relationship, with, was it Mike? The divorce is happening, and she even mentions in her own convoluted way that she was actually nervous about divorcing him. I want to know why she put up with his stuff for so long. I mean, it was so random. Some of the things he got caught in. I'm just like, how do you not say anything? What was going on? Like, I would love to know what that was about. But, it's an emotional moment for her. And, she's visibly emotional. But there is a funny moment here that I want to call out. So she said, well, after she says the finality line, he goes, "Oh, you're gonna see him a lot, the exchanges and stuff like that." And he goes, then he goes, he goes, and then he's gonna show you why this is a good decision. Basically, he's gonna show you, meaning like you're gonna have interactions with this man that's going to confirm why it was best for you to divorce him. That was crazy. I was like, and he says this in this scene, and he says it so sweet. It almost kind of seems like, oh, maybe he didn't mean it that way, or maybe there was a slip of the tongue. No, he meant it that way. He meant it that way. He said it's a good decision, and you will remember that good decision you made, child. So moving on to the main event. It's Wendy's birthday party. It's beautiful. The house is gorgeous. These people got monies. They got some monies. So I was like, oh, okay, like this is cute. This is cute. Like, love it. There's an awkward overlap, like I said, of Ashley's birthday. And it's funny because we don't see Wendy address it at all. Like, how do you resist the shadiness? How do you resist mentioning it? Oh, yeah. Like, it's kind of like, it almost comes off as though she didn't know. I think it's by design. But she's not concerned at all. So we see arrivals and that sort of thing. Do I have arrivals? Oh, no. Not yet. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait. This is short. So Mia and Ink are supposed to be taking a break. Right? They're supposed to be taking a break. And I wanted to go straight to the good stuff. This is short. Don't worry about it. So it's been 2 days. It's been 2 days. Like, don't act like y'all been apart for that long. Okay. So yeah, that break didn't last that long. We're at the party, and this is Mia and Kiana yet again. And everybody looks great. Everybody looks beautiful. Look at Stacy, statuesque, tall, beautiful smile with that crazy person, TJ. Miss Thing coming through. Beyonce. Okay, showing up. Party of one. I just thought Mia's makeup looked so pretty here. And then there you can see Miss Karen slid on through too. Her and Ray are there as well. And I think that I'm sure everybody felt really comforted to see her there. And these two have a moment. I think I believe this is where they talked about her outfit and that it was giving innocence. And I think that this is like Karen's face, like she was pleased with the her quip. What she said is it's serving innocence or something like that. It was cute. And this is a scene where I won't give you scenes. Let me talk the way I was talking before. So this woman on the right is Wendy's mother. And who is that in the background? Anyway, long story short, Mia is being sweet. She's talking to people that she don't know, saying hi. I think she probably knew that was Wendy's mom. But they get acquainted, and the mom is letting her know that she's prayed for her. She's prayed for someone that I think she said someone that she's praying for her forgiveness or something weird like that. And it seems like Mia has forgotten about this beef. Well, apparently when Mia and Wendy were into it, they got into an argument. They were outside. A crow shows up on the fence, and Mia goes, "Is that your mom?" And Wendy was like, "Don't try it." This is what I'm talking about. She's just a silly person. Y'all take her too seriously. She is a fool. She is a fool. If she was a 12-year-old boy with acne, you would not pay any attention to what she's saying. She's a goofball. And she don't take herself serious. She laughed. She laughed when the woman brought it back up. And the thing about her is like you never know where she's going with it because she laughs before she responds to somebody, and you can see on Ink's face. I didn't capture that, but he is concerned. But the two hash it out. Uh, Mia does apologize for calling her a witch, and Miss Ma'am tells her that she's a Christian woman. She is not a witch, and she explains that she was offended as she should have been. Like I just don't know where Mia's mind is sometimes, but they get through it. But let's talk about Miss Karen. Karen, I feel like, is exhibiting a level, an Erica Jane level of anger. It's a protective little bubble that she's in. And, like no one can really, I'm sorry, my eyes are, no one can really penetrate. Like, I feel like we hear Gizelle say over and over, I want to be there for her. I want to be there for her. And Karen's not really allowing for that. She just does not trust anybody right now. And so maybe that's what happened to maybe that's what happened to Erica Jane's anger, because Erica's like back to normal, and I'm like, ooh, I've seen Karen like snarl at people, but they're, and in a way, like her energy is fueling the negativity within the group. It is. It's causing everybody to be kind of tense. But I felt like, I don't know. I feel like she's dealing with a lot. So you kind of get when your friend is like moody and going through it. You just hope that they can get through. So I get why most of them are compassionate. So Miss Lady, I don't know if I have it captured here, but it's kind of funny because oh no, we got to do this one. This was the one we got to do. And let me make sure I have the exact quotes. Okay. So TJ, let me explain this to you in the best way I know how. So remember that this is a job. Remember that this is a job. And for Stacy, this is a potential position that goes far beyond this, right? She is not working at QVC. She's getting a divorce. Tensions are high, even though she's going to get, what is it? What do you call it? Alimony and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's important for her to secure the bag on her own. You guys are both actors. You know what this is. Reality shows are interesting where they pretty much capture everything that's happening, but it's unnatural. You got a camera in your face. Now, mind you, these two people are hosts, and TJ is an actor. So you're always playing it up for the camera. You know naturally to do it. They both know to do that. So they both are fully aware that they should be on. I would think that the hard thing about this would be for them to relax and to kind of mellow. And that's why I think when they said to Stacy, you're stiff, because Stacy is so used to being like, hi, my name is Stacy and welcome to QVC and and I'm Barbie and and that's so funny and you should buy this. And the same thing with him. That's why they like them, because they're very relatable to all audiences, mostly white ones. Okay, people who buy QVC stuff. So they have to mellow out. Some people think that this is fake because they have been deemed like the weirdo couple, that they need to create some drama so that she can stay on the show. I don't believe that's the case. I think that what we're seeing is real. I think we witnessed a moment where TJ made this all about him when he should be thinking about his girlfriend. This is her new group of friends. This is her potential job. This is a whole new environment with people she's never been around. and bringing your ass in. She got all them things, and to make sure that she looks good, sounds good, and comes off casual and fun on camera. Thinking about how you are and how you feel and everything is real low on the totem pole. And guess what? It's only 5 hours, 3 to 5 hours in one day where you just need to make yourself available and supportive of me. And then we can go back to doing what we normally do. They're used to be on set. They're used to playing roles. He's an actor. You mean to tell me that he could not hold it? He could not hold this in? He could not play the role and cuss you out on the way home? As grown as these people are? Is he truly this unhinged where he will break protocol, know that he has a battery pack, it's on your clothes, the battery pack is heavy. You know you're on a reality show. You're Mr. Christian man. You mean to tell me you would risk looking like a controlling a-hole? So what he said was, you can take your hand off me. Oh, you noticing me now? Get it together, man. I'm warning you. He said that. First of all, who you threatening? I don't need you to have a storyline. You don't need this man. He already comes with a lot of problems anyway. But to do this in front of everybody is wild to me. And I've seen things like this. We've all experienced this kind of thing in person, like the passive aggressive dude. When I saw him in the corner with Ray, he looked very much excited. And from what I've seen snippets of the show, like that matters, he seems to be enjoying himself when he's around other guys. He's all in other guys' faces. Like, I mean, he just seemed, I was like, oh, maybe he's a man's man. So he gonna go over there and do the guy thing until he can be with her. So when I said, like, we're foreshadowing with that shot of him at the very beginning of the show sitting there looking around, I feel like there's a moment where he has become a little intolerant of her new friends and new environment. Perhaps maybe they've never hung out with other people before, but your grown ass can hold all this in when we get in the car. You ain't gonna sit here and do me in front of everybody else. And then tell me, I'm warning you, what you gonna do? What are you going to do to me? You've already embarrassed us both. What will be done? I'll never see you again? Yeah, like, so what? You know, like, as pretty as this girl is, I hope she know it. I was taken aback. Like, I don't like controlling dudes. I can pick up on that stuff right away. I went out with somebody, short story, a few months ago. And I think he's someone I may have liked or I was interested in. I wasn't really sure. But I saw some insecurities. He's the show my emblem on the logo on my car type of dude. Show my glasses type of dude. Show my cool outfit type of dude. And that's not the type of person I really get into at all. But I thought he might be smart underneath there, and he seemed like he was intelligent. So I was like, all right, bet. Like, we'll see if this is an issue or not. And we went out. We went to 2 places, and I knew people in both places. And by the end of it, I feel like it was a decent night. And he said, I don't like that. And I said, you don't like what? And this is like right after I saw 2 people I knew in the front. And they were respectful. They were like, hey, Cecily, how are you? And it was just people I've known for a long time. He goes, I don't like that you know everybody. I said, what? He goes, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the way that it feels. And I was just like, bet. Okay, don't get used to it because I will never be around you again. Like, you ain't got to like it. I'm not here for you to feel good all the time. I'm not going to do things that's always going to make you feel secure in a certain way. I don't even know you like that, sir. Like, I don't even know if we know each other's last names at this point. You don't like it? That's awesome. Neither do I. I was really taken aback. I thought this was nasty, and I'm concerned. Truly about this situation. Moving on. This is the moment. He over there tucked in with Ray talking about I don't know. I think they were talking about programming in the 70s or something like that. But he was all in. Look, he's fully engaged. Body completely, feet, everything turns towards him. You better get your network on too. We trying to get this bag. So this right here is a screenshot of. I wonder if you guys can see my cursor. This right here is Gordon. This is Ink, and I don't know this man right here, but at the party, Gizelle decides to confront Mia. She says, "So at my event, you had me rubbing on your leg and listening to your sob story about how Gordon is out here treating you a certain way, and why is Ink here when you tell me that Ink is taking a break from from everything, and y'all was on the social media is doing the social media like you." And it says the level of joy to see my children's fathers laughing and fellowshipping is truly priceless. This girl is crazy. And that's the look that Gizelle had when she looked over at Ink and Mia. She like, what the hell? And this is where the Ink and the kids. Lord. This was a cute moment, I thought, because I was confused about who was family and who was not. I think that Bravo needed to do a better job of giving us little chyrons, like who's a sister, who's a sister-in-law, who's a brother. Like we didn't really get introduced to Eddie's family, and I needed that introduction because I wanted to know who was who. There were some people at the table that looked a little bit sour, and I didn't know who they were, and I didn't know why. In the midst of all these people smiling, I think that they could have done a better job and or just cut that footage out, because I was waiting for a family situation. I was waiting for introduction to the family, and we never got that. We never got that. So this is the moment where, like I mentioned, that Gizelle and Karen and everyone basically confront Mia, and Mia pretty much shuts this whole thing down by stating, the fathers of my children need to learn how to get along. And everybody's like, the fathers of your children, the fathers, the fathers, the fathers. And we are done. So yeah, this was a fun episode. I mean, fun, like it was very dynamic. I enjoy the franchise. I did reviews for the first 3 seasons, and then I kind of went in and out in the fourth. I was just starting the channel, and I really got I wasn't really getting much traction at the time. But since I'm putting more time into it, I was like, let me go back to my first love. So in case you're like, this is kind of disjointed, like you're talking about the news and you over here, it's because I want to, because I want to. That's why. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye.